Hello ladies and gentlemen, Phoenix from Nick here and welcome to another part of Let's Play Age of Empires 3, the WarChiefs expansion, part 5. And we're just gonna jump straight into the cutscene here after I read this little descriptive piece, as it were. The British Army's summer push down the Hudson River Valley seemed unstoppable, but their supply lines were thinly stretched. It seems we have Kushla, and we have Nathaniel here, so the Germans are definitely working with the British, but why? Like, what? Turn in the tide. I wonder what we're going to see here.
At Trenton and Princeton, Nathaniel's militia was sent north into the wilderness along the Canadian border.
Canada,
yeah! Skirmished with the British up and down the Hudson Valley throughout the spring, but the fighting was indecisive until late summer near Saratoga.
There's the British column. They're headed to Albany.
Captain, if they get that far, they'll cut our army in two.
We can't let that happen.
Wow, because they're not just standing right out in the open.
Force them to fight here.
They're so obviously there. It's blindingly obvious. How did the? Oh my word! Like, couldn't you have had them with? As usual, thank you guys of them bending down or something, or maybe kneeling down. Saratoga. Alright. So this seems to be the British supply line. Quickly,
Nathaniel,
run native scouts.
Right behind me.
Good. Here come the militiamen. Let's get that wagon.
We can see it. You know what I find hilarious? How the wagon didn't see them in the first place.
Right.
Are we supposed to be taking this out? Oh.
I'll do it.
Okay, that's interesting.
The colonials are ambushing our wagons!
Right.
Stop them!
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are joking. Really? Is that really the kind of voice actor you got
Watch
for
out.
the British?
A patrol now. Right.
I am disgusted that those are the British voice actors. Why? It's like I said in the last part 4. Why on earth can they not just spend a little bit of extra money or spend a little bit of extra time? Why is our scout? No, scout, what are you doing? No, that was my fault. So it seems as though we have some scouts here, sort of keeping an eye out for us, which is pretty nifty. So we're going to keep them exactly where they are, despite the fact we lost one. And we're going to ambush this next fort wagon very quickly, hopefully, before this third one comes down. No? Okay, no, there's the third one, but apparently now it has. Is this its defense? Maybe. Perhaps, maybe this is going to be coming down with it. So, I'm going to keep all of my troops on this side though, because it seems as though the British are keeping their troops on the right hand side, so I'm just hoping. This is a bit unfortunate because we have a British patrol there and it looks as if... Oh no, okay. Right, it looks like we're going to have to deal with the British patrol as well.
I'll do it. I'm going now. Right.
Unless... Yes, we're going to probably have to deal with them. No? Okay. Apparently these guys are completely deaf. Apparently these guys are completely deaf and did not hear that giant cannon.
This is all that could be spared, Captain. It'll be enough. The British will be building up to claim this territory. Let's build some forts of our own.
Alright. So now we're going to be building ourselves 3 forts. It's a race to build 3 forts as quick as possible. So I'm not quite sure where we have to put these forts, but let's get our villagers on some food and wood. We're going to have 4 on wood and 3 on food, so we can get some extra villagers, but also so we can get supplies for our fort. But as I was saying just a minute ago there, oh, it looks like another one of our scouts we found out. Yep, by Boygrun's, I can't pronounce that, Burgoni's supply line, and they were also British apparently. Okay, we still have to take out these forts perhaps.
I'll do it.
Let's go and send our army back up here, just in case we do have to catch out any more forts, because we don't want the British being able to build any. There's a fort right there. Perhaps I can send my dragoons over to ambush it if I'm lucky. I'm not quite sure who that is.
When we reach the fortress,
we've got a random
we'll be able to
hackerbill.
train fort wagons from our town center. It will be expensive, but my family's money can help.
Okay, okay, all right, Nathaniel, don't rub it in. You're stinking rich. No, that was not what I was wanting to do. Quickly Quickly, move, troops, move! We were looking for a fort wagon, apparently it's not there. Where is it? Where is that fort wagon gone? It's completely disappeared. I have no idea where he went, but oh well.
What can I do?
So we've got some extra villagers now, and we're going to stick all of these guys on food so that we can get some more villagers and they can start working on the gold once they're built. And I think we'll go for 4 villagers. So let's have a look at how much fort wagons cost. So fort wagons cost 1,000 gold, 1,000 food and 1,000 wood each. And we need to age up to level 3 first, which means we need 1,600 food and 1,300 gold. And it looks as though those musketeers went and followed my dragoons. I didn't think they'd actually follow them all the way down, but they did. No matter, we can take them out nice and easy. It doesn't seem as though the fort wagons are actually moving up and down anymore, but we're going to keep the soldiers here for our defence. It'd probably be best to get the cannons ready to fire in case they actually come and attack. And I think we'll go for that one next, because we do need to get gold quite quickly. And this card basically gives us a 20% extra mining. We gather the villagers' gather rates for gold. Gold is, or coin as they call it in the game, is 20% better. So look at all of our little villagers there taking the berries or whatever they are rather quickly. So we're going to get a market next so that we can upgrade our villagers' gather rates. Because as I said, actually, what did I say? I'm completely confused. I've got myself in a kerfuffle. But what does that mean?
He's off to the east.
It's
He'll have to
Kushla.
cross the Hudson River to meet up with the British. Let's find out where.
It's Herr Kushla. Right, where's Kushla? I'm not quite sure. Find Kushla's bridge. Okay then, that's the secondary objective, but we get 200 experience for that, so we will be trying to do that. Because the extra experience means we'll be able to buy ourselves another card, or get ourselves another card. Right, so here's the marketplace, if I haven't shown this before, and basically the marketplace allows you to sell and buy goods, and you can sell food and wood and for coin, and you can buy food and wood for coin. Obviously selling you get less coin, and buying you have to pay extra. There is a card to actually make the rates, the exchange rates better, but I've never bothered with that card. I've always found it pointless. But another aspect of the marketplace is that you can upgrade your villagers' gather rates. So here we have hunting dogs, which gives us a 10% extra gather rate on hunted animals. Sadly, I know we will be working on hunted animals. I was about to say, sadly, the berry bushes are all that we have, but they are not. You are really, you were asking for it, Native Scout. You were asking for it. That was not my fault. But we also have ones for gathering wood, which gives us another 10% gather rate, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 10% on trees and mango groves. And we also have a gather rate for mines. And then they obviously, you have secondary upgrades, so we have steel traps here for 20% extra gather rates. And this one actually increases the damage, range, and hit points of your villagers. So it's a very handy upgrade to get, considering it's very cheap. I think next what we're going to get is that one, which will upgrade our gather rates for wood. And while our little village gets underway now, while all of our villagers continue gathering resources, I'm going to take all of these horses, including the, what is he, a Hackapel, and we're going to go and try and find Kushla's bridge once this British patrol disappears, because we don't want to get caught off by them. Or perhaps we can go round them. I'm guessing it's somewhere around here, since that I can see a lake, and it kind of, at least to me, it makes sense for the bridge to be close to the lake. So let's go scouting a little. Oh, we've found one of the British barracks. That's good. We're going to attack that later on once we have enough troops. Stop them from building any units. I'm hoping I won't come across any units. Oh, okay, we have an outpost there. Let's try and stay away from that. And we have the British patrols moving away, which is nice, which means we can move up here. However, it looks as though we're not going to be able to get past here without getting shot a bit. So instead of going up that way, we're going to go around the back where we went the last time. And hopefully we can find Kushla's bridge. Something tells me, I have a bad feeling that it's over there instead of over here, but we'll have a look. Right, let's get some extra villagers working on gold, because we don't have a lot on gold at the moment. Don't have a lot of wood either, actually. We have everyone on food. But then again, it's probably best that we have everyone on food, because we have to build a lot of villages, as well as actually gather it to age up, as well as build forts. So, and the more villagers we have, the quicker we can get resources, so we need extra food. Hence why we have a lot more villagers on food than we do gold or wood at the moment. So what's around here? I love the new horse clopping sounds that were added by this mod. They're good, but something tells me they're a little bit too out of... They seem a little bit too fast-paced, in my opinion. So it looks as though this is a pretty dead area right now. Doesn't seem to be a lot of British influence around here. So we could probably use this as a little bit of a gathering area, resource gathering. Okay. Oh, okay. This is a hill. What's up here then? I'm surprised there's no treasures on this map, because this is a map you might expect. Oh, hello. Okay, not really worth sending a villager down here, but random soldier, random horseman. Luckily enough, they're coming in singles, so my men can sort them out very easily. Right, now that we've gotten those, I think we're going to go for infantry next. Yes, we'll go for the infantry card. And you can hear all of those cannons blasting off in the background there. Actually, I was woken up very early in the morning this morning because of thunder. And that thunder, I swear, that thunder lasted at least half an hour, if not an hour. It was incredibly loud, and there was constant flashes of lightning. Well, there's a lot of resources down here. So I love thunderstorms, and it was definitely a good thunderstorm. But why it had to be in at 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, because I didn't get proper sleep because of it. But oh well. And it's very uncomfortably hot today. It's supposed to be dangerously hot today in Britain. I think 30 or 28 degrees. And obviously in Britain, that's something that we're not used to. So. Especially not myself, so I'm not looking forward to it getting hotter throughout the day. So since our villagers ran out of being able to mine over here, we're going to send them to collect all of these resources before we get them to mine. So one way of doing this is using the shift button and clicking on each individual resource we have here. And we'll have them basically collect each individual piece of resource one by one, and once they finish with one resource, they move on to the next one, and then we'll have them go onto each mine. So basically I've input about 20 different commands there, so they'll start off at that one, then they'll go to that one, then that one, then that one, and it's sort of like a little pattern, like a little bit of a patrol route. You could think of it like a patrol route going back and forth. Oh,
Concede Saratoga,
what's that?
or you will lose your entire command.
Oh, who's Captain Black? Concede Saratoga. So I'm not quite sure who Captain Black is, but I'm guessing he's in charge of the British troops right now. And this is... Oh, that was a little bit too close to the British base there. Where on earth is... what on earth? Oh, Kushla has found us. Not good. I wish I'd have kept my horses back there now, since they have cavalry there. Right, let's have the cannons focus on the infantry. And I best give our military a bit of defense, since I don't plan on building any military units just yet. Now, where on earth is Kushla's bridge? Right, if they're coming from over there, it's got to be somewhere over here. So let's try and find it so we can get that XP and get our horses back to defend our base. Meanwhile, we are doing pretty damn well on resources. In fact, we can now age up, which is good. And we're going to get ourselves 1 caravel and 400 wood. And I'm going for that one because it's the only one that gives us decent resources that we can use. Oh, if there's some berry bushes. I'm not going to be sending my villagers all the way over here to these berry bushes to get slaughtered, but berry bushes nonetheless. If we do run out, then I'm sorry if you can hear my mouse squeaking, by the way. I don't have a mouse pad. And I'm going to take a chance here. Hopefully this outpost won't shoot my horses too much, because I'm pretty sure the bridge is over here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. If this has got to be this is Kushla's bridge. There we go. There we go. So we'll just burn this down. And I'm not too bothered about these horses dying, to be honest. I'd like to get the 200 experience points. So we're going to destroy Kushla's bridge. And we've already got 200 experience points for finding it. So that's quite nice. So if we get these 200 experience points, we'll be able to get another card, which would be very handy. And that should be it, shouldn't it? Is that it? No, we have to. There we go.
The Hessians will have to cross the river
Lovely.
somewhere else.
The bridge is out. We will have to find another way
So
to
I'll
cross the Hudson
send
River.
my horsemen on a specific route so that they don't. Hopefully their numbers won't drop too low. And meanwhile, I can go back to focusing on my base.
I'm ready.
So our villagers have almost used all of the berry bushes there. In fact, that one probably won't have a lot of food left, so we'll have them go from that berry bush to that deer, that poor little deer. Going to kill them all. And I think I shall. We'll go for that one next to improve our infantry's attack. There you go. All actions damaged by 15%, which is lovely.
I'm ready.
And we'll have you collect all of this lovely wood for us.
I'm going now.
Where's that coming from? Oh, we're getting. Here's our ship, lovely jubbly. So yeah, I think we'll have him gather food for us. He probably won't be much use other than that, and we'll have him stand his ground as well.
I'm going right.
So this is a caravel. It's a sort of transport attack ship, as well as it can also fish and mine whales for coin. So it's a very versatile ship. However, I don't like a lot of. The only reason I don't like doing ship battles a lot in this game is because it really lags the game out incredibly. Even if you have a quite strong PC, it really likes to lag the game out. So I don't like to do ship battles all that often because of that fact. It's a shame though, because the times that I have managed to have a good battle at sea, whatever you'd like to call it, it has been quite fun, especially with the types of ships you can build. However, it's more to do with numbers. It's more to do with numbers on this game than it is to do with the type of ship you have, which kind of spoils the whole ship battle thing. Because you'd expect if you have a more powerful ship with more cannons for it to do more damage, but if you have 10 smaller ships, then they can destroy one gigantic ship quite easily, which I guess there's strength in numbers, but at the same time it kind of spoils it, the whole ship battle thing. So it's a shame we can't build one more fort directly with these two, because it looks like they stack, which is nice, but I'm not quite sure where we have to build these forts, so I'm just going to put them in strategic points. So we're going to have one sitting here, overwatching the trade route, which seems like a good spot.
Yes.
And we'll have this guy, we'll have him overwatching perhaps here, perhaps this little bit, or maybe we'll have him. Actually, we'll put him up on this hill, overwatching the trade route here, so that we have a nice bit of dominance in this section of the trade route. And I swear I just heard a cannon there, but I'm not quite sure if that was my villagers shooting or not. But what was I going to say? I've completely forgotten about the voice acting thing I was saying earlier at the beginning of the episode. But it irritates me how these gaming publishers can't just take a little bit of extra time out of their day to go and find themselves native-speaking actors from... Oh dear, that's not good. We have a jagger attacking my villagers down here.
Yes.
Can we? This would be for. Oh, we can. That's beautiful. Let's build an outpost inside the cave. I find that quite hilarious. Apparently you can do that. Ah, that's typical. Can we squeeze you in? Squeeze you in somewhere, maybe? Yeah, we'll put you there. That's still a strategic point. So hopefully we can build this outpost quick enough, and they can all hide in it before he kills them. Come on, guys. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Good work.
Just a little bit more. Yeah, okay, there we go. Good.
Yes.
So now we can have them all hide in there while that kills them. Oh, we can ship a fort wagon, so we'll just use that instead. Makes much more sense if you ask me. Meanwhile, we'll build a couple of barracks and we'll start upgrading units. However, I don't know if we actually need to do that because that's not part of the That doesn't seem to be part of the mission, but we'll build a barracks anyway, just in case we have to fight Kushla and his armies. Kaboom! Ah, you've got to love forts. So I'm not going to worry about them attacking the fort. These are pretty menial units here, especially when I have my colonials and my cannons sitting there waiting. So
Look sharp.
there we go. And there's our last fort. And I think I'll have this one. I'll have this one over here. Why have we got this? Build limit 1. Ah, I see. Well, we'll choose that one so that we can complete the task. Lovely. So we don't have to waste any of our resources on that last fort there, which is nice. And I think we'll choose that. Upgrade our militia to veteran militia instead of colonials.
I'm ready.
And I believe we will have this down. But yes, it's just irritating how a lot of game publishers just have, especially the American ones, they, especially in animes and such as well, they don't go out of their way to just find a native-speaking Englishman, like someone from Britain who's actually a native-speaking British person. Instead, they have an American voice actor who can barely do a British accent and or does a terrible job of it, and they have them do the part. And it's incredibly irritating because, as a British person, I'm slightly offended, and I can tell that's not a British accent. Do you have to be ignorant and just use American voice actors? Is it going to hurt you to take 5 minutes out of your day to go and find an English-speaking voice actor to make the game immersion a little bit better? But anyway, we are victorious. We have done it. While I was ranting there, our last fort was built, which is nice. Cutscene here or not? Probably not. No, we went to our place up. We went to Philadelphia, the Black family estate instead, which is really weird because the game has yet to tell us why Nathaniel is rich, because I got the impression that he came from an Iroquois settlement. I thought he was born in an Iroquois settlement, but it looks like he actually lives in Philadelphia and he has quite a well-off family, but part of his roots are Iroquois. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. The game hasn't done a very good character build there. But then again, this is Age of Empires. I don't expect top quality storytelling here, but it is still, all of the stories in this game are still fun to play and go through. So we got one more coin and we can finally choose our cards now, actually. So I'm not quite sure if I've shown you guys this before. I might have, and I have, haven't I? I have actually already shown you this. But in case I haven't, basically in this game you can choose cards which you've been seeing me use, and they give you certain improvements, or you can ship yourself extra villagers, extra resources, military units which are here, and you can also get upgrade cards which give your infantry 15% more hit points, or 15% more damage, and such and such. And we have all of the different sections here. So this is for gathering resources, this one's for your church, and it usually includes such things as increasing your military training times so that they don't take as long to train, giving you more upgrades in your arsenal, which basically make your military unit stronger, making your walls build quicker and give them more hit points. Then you have the harbour, which obviously is all of your different ships and ship upgrades. Town hall is for all of your military such and such. And then general store is basically for your villagers and all of those bits. I don't usually get a lot of things from the town hall, and I will not be getting any of these cards because they're really pointless in my opinion. But what we will be trying to go for is this arsenal upgrade here, because it gives you quite a few upgrades for your military units that are very handy. I'm not going to bother going to get the mill, because currently we don't really have to worry about building mills or plantations. Mills and plantations basically give you their infinite sources of food and coin, however they're a lot slower than collecting from natural resources like mines and deer and trees. Actually there isn't a infinite resource of trees, there isn't one of them at all. However, the factories can give you infinite an infinite supply of wood. An infinite supply of wood, but it's very slow. It's a very slow thing, even slower than the mills and the plantations. So it's better to have villagers chopping down trees and having the factories work on food and gold instead, or wood to boost your wood production. But anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this part 5 of Let's Play Age of Empires, and I hope you're enjoying this Let's Play series so far. I have an online match that I did last night, which I'd like to record, and I'm going to hopefully record that with my voiceover soon. It's just going to be like all sorts of different commentary. It won't just be focusing on the game, but I can also talk about different things as well. And as for Let's Play Oblivion, I'm putting that on hold just for a little bit. I do apologise for those enjoying it. It's really troublesome with my laptop, just because obviously you have to bear in mind that my laptop's 4 or 5 years old now. It's not up to scratch in terms of like amazing GPU and CPU and graphics cards and such, but it manages to play all of my favourite games pretty well. So I'll try and get Oblivion to work. The only problem is I might have to disable some mods, which kind of ruins the immersion and ruins making the Let's Play what it is. But anyway, I won't talk about that now. I'll talk about that in my online commentary episode whenever I get that up. But thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, this part 5, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Until then, take care, goodbye, and thank you for watching once